Hello there, and welcome back to Adie Craft, and welcome back to Adie's Adventure. This is episode 8, and as you can see from behind me, last time in episode 7 we built this iron farm, which is working fantastically. As you can see by that golem who's, meeting a fiery end, and we've got quite a bit of iron there, but because this is in the spawn chunks, this is going to be running at all times basically. So next thing to do is going to be to clear up some of the rail line that I'd used to actually get everything sorted and to get the villagers and the zombie up there. So I'm going to head off and do that now. So there we go, I've now cleaned up a whole basically inventory's worth of an inventory's worth of these rails, including 44 of the golden powered rails. So yeah, picked all of those up. And the place is looking much cleaner, so we can just see the iron farm over there. And some people did inquire as to how I was going to decorate this, but at the moment I'm not actually sure, because I quite like being able to see it at the moment just from over here. And because there's so little of it, then I may just leave that for now. Looks like they just hopped into bed, which is great. That'll keep it going for another little while. And in fact, I should do the same before I tell you what the plans are for the rest of this episode. Now, the plans for today are that I'm going to be using this area over here, and I am going to be adding myself in a villager trading hall. And this is going to fit into the fantasy style that I'm going to be going for there. So first thing that I'm going to do is obviously just fill in and clear a bit of an area so I know what I need and I've got somewhere nice and flat. And then I'm going to plan out what I actually want to do in terms of the space for the villager trading area. I've done these in the past, and I've got and I know it's not the most efficient in terms of where they physically line up, as in having them as close to each other as possible. But the way that I'm looking to do it is to have it so I can at any point lower the villagers, and they will then be able to get zombified. Now, I don't want to do that yet, just simply because I haven't got any potions yet, and that's another thing that potentially I would like to do, is head to the Nether and start the job, which is a bit more difficult now. We're in 1.16 of looking for a Nether fortress, because without a Nether fortress we can't get the blaze rods. Without the blaze rods we can't get the enchanting, the potions, and without potions we can't heal our villagers up. So we're stuck with the prices that they've got. So yeah. That's what I'm going to be doing. But first of all, let's see if they've had any more little babies. I did give them a whole bunch of food. And any more iron golems in here? Nope. They keep spawning them like randomly around. So yes, the babies are spawned. So I gave them a whole bunch more food, just because we'd taken some of them out. We've still got the unbreaking and the mending villager in here. And I haven't applied mending to anything yet because I haven't really got the best armour. Apart from these diamond leggings, those are kind of pretty good. The rest of it is all sort of like fire protection 3 type stuff. So I'm looking to get a couple more trades in place, and I've got enough diamonds to potentially just make a brand new set of diamond armour. Same with some of the tools, like some of these would benefit from mending. And basically I can just combine those two to get myself something. But on the whole, they have got another iron golem in there. Great. They keep getting in the way, so I need to work out some way to stop that. Maybe lower the ceiling height or something. But yeah, essentially I need to get myself somewhere where I can have nice easy trades with them and work out what I do want from these villagers in the first few trades, and then just keep bringing them in. So yeah, I'm going to start clearing some of this area, start flattening it out, and then come back to you once that's done. I've now cleared and flattened all of this space, so as you can see we've got a lovely little area now that is just along here. And I think for this first build I will probably have quite a bit of space and have the build going in this general area. So yeah, really happy with that, and it gives a lovely view as well from the house, and of course across to the iron farm, which is working away there again in the background. What has also happened, because we have got a village downstairs, is that I've managed to add to my hello doggy my crew of dogs with a little bit of creeper protection. So we've got this mean looking fella just sitting guarding our doorway now, so even if as I tend to do sometimes, I forget to shut my door, then yeah, no creepers are going to just randomly wander inside, so that's really good. But yeah, now to bed. The thing that I will need to do now, though, is start planning out the area that I'm going to build in and work out what resources that I need to build this. So it is going to be in a fantasy style. I am going to be freestyling it a little bit. But in terms of the resources, I think I want to get myself some... So I've got a bit of sand, probably some more sand. Maybe make some concrete for the roof. And just see what I can build there. So looking to maybe do something quite colourful there. And also the other thing that I need to check is I believe I have some slime balls somewhere. Now where I put these I don't know. I think maybe they're over here actually. Yes, so I've got 26 slime balls. And I am maybe going to need some more, because one thing that I am going to need is some sticky pistons for the build idea that I've got planned. So yeah, I think I will start planning this out, and then we'll head over. There's a swamp that we found over that direction, and get myself in a boat, head over to the swamp next time it turns night, and yeah, farm myself up some slimes, because we haven't yet found a slime chunk underground. So here we have the layout for the first of these buildings. So what we've got here, which was in dirt but has now gone more difficult to see because it's been covered in grass, is going to be our layout. So these are the walls. This is going to be our entrance just up here. We're going to come in here, and then each of these 2x1s is going to be where there's going to be a villager. So there's going to be a villager here with a workstation in front of them, and that villager is going to be standing on a block or directly on a piston that is then going to be activatable to move them down, so that a zombie who is patrolling around the edge can then kill them and lower their trade prices whenever we want. So there's going to be 12 on each floor and at least 2 floors, and this potentially then is going to be a stairway up that can then split out onto the next level, because the next level is going to have a bit of an overhang and is going to be a little bit bigger, so we may even get some more upstairs than we've got there. But this isn't necessarily going to hold absolutely every villager that we're going to need ever. However, in terms of a starter trading hall, it will definitely give us the essentials that we need to get. So we'll have a couple of villagers by the door that potentially will give us emeralds, probably some of the trades that, given that this is still kicking out all of the iron, yeah, this will give us the trades that we can get for the emeralds. So we'll get those going on. And then probably early on some librarians and maybe some toolsmiths and things to get ourselves some nice tools. But yeah, this is the basic design of how it's gonna look. I think I'm happy now with it, but I may tweak it as we go, as with so many things. But yeah, this is what it's gonna look like. Now it's back to bed again, and then off to gather some resources. So this is the lovely, beautiful, hideous swamp area. Ah, look at those lovely, horrible colours. So it's just about to get dark, and I am on the lookout for some slimes to spawn. And yeah, slimes spawn at night in swamps, which is good if you need some slimes and you haven't got a slime chunk. But they are much less frequent than in a slime chunk, so you do have to do a bit more searching than you would otherwise do. And they do love these little bits themselves. And there we go, there we have one. So now you can see from this speeded up section that I did go and find some more of the slimes. Gave me just about a stack of slime balls in the end, which was quite a good outcome and everything that I needed. So I'll leave you to watch this and then take you back to the base. Back at the base now, and I've very much restocked my sand, so that's great, and I already had plenty of gravel from the mining. So what I'll probably do, just so I've got some, is put one of these stacks of sand in to make some more glass, just because it's useful to have hanging around. So let's just go 32 and 32, perfect. Leave that cooking. Did pick up some lily pads and some blue orchids whilst I'm there. Blue orchids are probably my favourite flower in the game, and they can go in here in my growing stuffs chest. Yeah, so now just to check on the iron reserves that we've picked up in the time that we've been on today, and then probably head to the Nether. So I'm still trying to work out what I want to use for the roof of the build, and I'm thinking of the warped wood and then maybe some cyan concrete to go alongside that, but I haven't yet found any warped wood in the actual Nether, as far as I remember. So I'll have to get my gold helmet, do a little bit of exploring there. Probably won't find anything particularly interesting, but yeah, just do a little bit of exploring and see what I can find in terms of that warped wood and bring some back. So let's have a look here. Wow, that has really been cranking out. There's a couple of golems more dying as well, so I don't know if any's... don't need that in there. Yeah. Bit of dirt in here just from when I was building this thing. And this one as well. There's even some iron in that first one. So when there's too much in the in this hopper for everything to feed through, then it does then bring it down into that one. So yeah, I'll just sleep here. Still only, still no deaths in this world, and so it doesn't really matter too much where I sleep. But yeah, once that sun goes down, and there we go, off we go to the Nether after this. After a little bit of exploring in the Nether, we have... make sure we don't stare at any of those Endermen, because that would really not be a good thing. We have discovered and found our way to a warped forest, rather, but it's right next to a basalt delta. So again, this Nether that we've got, the Nether spawn, is pretty hideous, not gonna lie, but at least we're here. We've made it to the warped forest, and so we can get some of this lovely warped wood, warped stem even, and take that back with us, and potentially get ourselves some of these. Now that we've got Silk Touch as well, we can get ourselves some of the warped nylium and actually start growing some of this, and then we can have basically an infinite amount of this stuff where we can just bone meal it. But yeah, now we found our way here, we can get some of the wood. Perfect. I will collect some up. I will try and not stare at any of the Endermen, and I will try and get back safely. But yeah, I will come back to you in a little bit. Well, I just got back, had to sleep because it was night when I did get back, but it was quite a successful trip in the end. So I've got myself 3 full stacks of the warp stems, another 27 of the shroom light, quite a lot of warped nylium, and some warped fungus as well. So that is good in terms of being able to actually grow my own nether trees too. So yeah, quite happy with how that's all turned out. I'm going to switch out my butter helmet for a decent one, just in case anything goes wrong there. But yeah, overall, not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. So what I'm going to do is actually shift some of this wood so that I've got some space for the warped wood. And let's have 4 and 4, and then go shoom, and then get this in here. And the same again for the nether warp blocks. Really is a shame that you can't break those down, but it is what it is, unfortunately, because I also got some of the warped blocks as well. And then let's just stick the nylium in the middle. There we go. So yeah, really happy with getting those. Happy to get back. The new nether is still very stressful. Definitely stressful place to be, but yeah, made it safe and sound, and now I can actually start getting the build laid out and get building the first of the buildings in this area. So onwards and upwards I get with that. The next stage of the process is doing quite a lot of this, so I need to get myself quite a lot of concrete, the white concrete, in order to build the villager trading area. So I will be doing this for some time, and that should then give me all the resources that I need now that I've got the wood ready to actually get building. So the first floor of the build is now in place, and I will probably add a bit of texture with some just smooth stone and some of the mossy cobblestone into this. Not going to go too crazy on this level though. But yeah, this is the base build. This shows you what it's going to look a bit more like once we get inside. Yeah, really happy with how this is going, and now to build up the next level. So as I stand here now atop this dirt pillar to give you a better view, you can see that the first of the builds is now complete. So yeah, I'm really happy with how this is turned out in the end. Basically the main structure is spruce, and then that has obviously been cut in with some of the cobblestone for the base, and then some of the white concrete, and I've mixed that white concrete up with some white wool and some smooth quartz, and I've mixed the cobble up with some andesite just to give it a little bit of texture. And then I've highlighted a lot of the things again with some of the warped wood in the form of the buttons, and also just some acacia, because it makes the warped wood pop really well. So this is actually the first ever real fantasy build that I've put together, and yeah, I really like how it's turned out. I think it fits in the environment very well, and in terms of the scale with the tree, I think that again it doesn't overpower it, but it also doesn't get dwarfed by the tree that is quite big there. So really pleased with how that's gone. And now I will take you guys over and show you, basically I haven't finished the interior yet, but I'll show you the mechanism of how the villager trading area is going to work. So I'll just pop down and show you now. So as we head inside the build now, you will see what we have here is, and I left a bit of dirt there, get rid of that unsightly. I've actually redesigned the villager trading bit that I've had before so that I can actually fit even more villagers in here. So this one room will actually hold 26 villagers. And what we have here is a very simple system. We've got a lever that through a repeater powers the piston. And as you can see just in behind here, if I can just jump over, there is a little zombie walkway that's going to sit behind here, and the zombie is going to be going back and forwards, doing nothing apart from groaning and moaning until there's a villager that's lowered that we need to change the prices for. As soon as we lower it, the zombie is then able to hit that villager, converting them into a zombie villager, at which point we can just flick the lever, bring them back up, and convert them back into a regular trading villager here. So each of these ones works independently of each other, so we have the ability to shift all of these guys down. Because we've got the trapdoors in between, then we also means that they shouldn't be able to pathfind to too far away in terms of the other workstations. So we will have the workstations just here in front of them. This will be the floor level as well, so we'll be able to stand here next to the villagers, and this will be also a trapdoor that we'll just be putting here. And so if we have it this way, there'll be a trapdoor that we've got here. We'll just stand here and be able to open the trapdoor, flick the lever if we need to drop the villager down, and then again flip the lever back if we need to bring them back up again. So this is how it all works. Obviously I'm not going to use the spruce trapdoors in here. I'm going to be using the oak, and that's what the flooring is going to be like on the inside, just as a little bit of a contrast to the spruce. And what we have here as another good thing is we have the option to put a second floor in this place, because it is quite high, and maybe even a third, so we can have a stairway going up. I was going to have villagers on that second floor, which technically we could still do, but I might just have some storage up there so that we can store the things that we need to actually trade with these guys, like a whole bunch of emeralds, store all of the fruit, veg, things like that we can trade, and yeah, get these guys going, so everything's self-contained in this building. But now, as you can see, it is dark outside, so I'm going to go and sleep. So from this angle here, you can see the detail that we've got on the sides, and yeah, underneath here we've also got some hidden lighting. So we should be able to get rid of these torches, and this should give us a decent light level around here, just because they're under bushes, and we should be able to get quite a bit of space around. So probably to here should be completely lit up, and maybe I'll hide some more just in the corners as well there. But overall, this is, yeah, really happy with this build. It is a very good start to some of the other builds that'll probably be a bit smaller than this. I did go quite big for the first one, but as I've said before, I tend to build big. That's kind of one of the things I end up doing, but I will endeavour and try to build some of the smaller little fantasy builds of this kind of height, because I think this is a really nice height, and really like how the roof looks with the warped wood on there. That really is a lovely colour, and yeah, overall really happy with it. Now I'm just going to finish off the inside now, and then show you when at least the basic floor layout is done. I've built the railway track now, all the way from the villager breeder, the makeshift one. Just brought it around this corner into obviously the new trading area. And what I will do is, I can't do that because I've got a trapdoor there. But if I place now one of these and get myself a minecart, in theory, by putting it on here and then pushing it, I should get myself a villager, and then all I need to do is push them onto that powered rail and then head out to make sure they go to the right place. And let's see, off they go. Now this bit is going to be a little bit tricky because I've got the trapdoors in place already in here, so I need to try and maneuver them into this hole, which is going to be a bit more difficult. What I'm hoping is, actually I should probably leave that dirt around them. What I'm hoping is if I can place some dirt here and then some here, so I can see this, and turn on F3B for hitboxes so I don't actually hit this guy. Hopefully when I hit this, he should fall down. No. That's not good. Now he's wandering around. Right, let me do the alternate method, which is just trying to give him a nudge. Right, Mr. Villager. He probably won't want to do it on that rail. Oh, well, we've got success anyway. We've kind of worked out. Well, that did work to a certain extent. Now I need to get this, which I can't get in my inventory because it's full of rubbish. What don't I need? Definitely don't need some granite. And then if I do this and this, I should be able to then just jump up. Right, now let's get the next one, and one way or the other I'm going to get these guys into their little living quarters. Right, I've now got some of the villagers in, and I've been doing the back and forth with their trades, and this one's got silk touch, this one has infinity, and I've brought over as well the guy here who had unbreaking. I did bring 2 more over, however then there was an unfortunate incident where a zombie got into the villager breeder and killed all of the others, so I've had to send 2 back over to the villager breeder, so they're currently repopulating that. So what I'm going to do in between episodes is, yeah, try and get some more of the villagers in. I probably won't fully bring all of the villagers in, that'll take a little bit of time, so I'll do that over the course of some of the coming episodes. However, for now, that is going to do it. So I hope that you've enjoyed this episode. I hope you like this build. Let me know in the comments if you do. I am contemplating doing a tutorial for this building. I might change the interior so it's more of just a normal interior, but yeah, let me know in the comments if you'd like to see that. And yeah, with that said, thank you very, very much for watching. Make sure that you do leave a like, leave a comment, and of course subscribe and hit that notification bell if you haven't already. And I will see you next time on Adie Craft.